A parent's love. How many times do we forget where our love started from? Yes, God put us on this earth. They give us parents to love and to cherish. Yeah, sometimes it don't work out, but that is very few people. My parents have been dead for quite a while. My mom passed away at 93 of B cell cancer. My dad was in his 80s. But what this comes down to, what I'm trying to get at, without love of your parents, where would you be today? They give us all kinds of love in this life. They hurt when you hurt. They cheer when you're happy. They give everything. Sometimes we don't see it as child, or as we're younger. We think everything was bad. Everything wasn't right. And we start to learn, even at an early age, how much love a parent has for you. If you're in trouble, they are in sorrow. I remember a lot of times, and I don't mean go to jail, be in trouble with the law, because I never was. And all my other brothers and sisters, which was 11, 12 including me, never has been to prison. A couple of them spent a day or two in jail here and there, but even them, the love my parents had and the sorrow when they had to be in jail for even a couple of days. We forget about our childhood and what they did for us. There for when we were sick. Remember the times you were sick and you just had nothing to do but sit there and be sick, obviously. But do you think your parents weren't sad that you were sick? We just don't appreciate our parents, alive or dead, like we should. They'd give you anything to us. We may think they were punishing us, which they were, by when we were wrong, but that wasn't out of hate. That was out of love. You wanted something in the store and you didn't get it. It was not out of hate. It was out of love. When they stick up for you when somebody thinks you've done something wrong, that is not out of hate. That is out of love. When we start thinking our parents hated us as adults, we may try that on our own kids. Hate is such a bad thing. The sorrow a parent has for their child is 100% legitimate. Think about you as a parent now. Think about your parent, what they went through. Did they do the right thing? Did they raise you right? Were they there and cried with you when need be? Were they not there to encourage you when need be? I mean, I was number 9 for my mom, number 11 for my dad. But that was just a number to give you where we were at. They treated us all the same. Yeah, that big a family you have, sometimes it's like you have 2 families instead of 1. But they were there for us, and a lot of times as a child, and even as a young adult, we forget what they went through for us. We need to cherish our loved ones forever. When you don't think your parents have done right, now I'm 65, at least in April. To this day, I respect them. I respect them for what they had done. It is very hard for them not to be on this earth with us, as many of you know. But when does you think God has never forgot your soul or their soul? He knows you hurt. He knew when you hurt. He knew when your parents hurt. But remember one thing, whether they're here on earth today or they've passed on, always have respect and dignity for them. When we take dignity away from our parents, our grandparents, we are left with nothing. Dignity is one of them words that goes along, in my opinion, with respect. I have so much respect for my parents. I have so much respect for other parents, what they had to go through. And at my age, my parents had to go through a lot more than a lot of them did, but that was fine. They endured. They had a roof over our head at all times. We never was without food or without clothing. We were there as a family. We ate at the dinner table together. Mom made sure we had a home-cooked meal every night, every morning. That was out of love for us, not out of not loving. And we had to get up and go to school early. Not one time did she complain. She had to get up, make sure we were getting ready for school. That's out of love and respect. Because we need, and I don't know how many times I gotta say this, respect and love what your parents have done. The miles one way on a school bus was just enduring for us as kids. Now think about, especially in the wintertime, when we get a lot of snow around here, the mentality of your parent when you're a little late. You know, going through their mind, did they make it? Did the bus go off the road? Are they okay? My dad and the neighbor, if we weren't home at a certain time, they got in the four-wheel drives and they went to pull the bus out of wherever they were at. Now there was no freeways or highways. It was two-lane road all through the valley. Did my dad just do it to be doing it, to go help everybody? No, that was out of love. And when we stop loving, we stop caring. When we stop caring, we start to do stupid, idiotic things in this country. And it does start at home, as starts with the parents and what they treat. Yeah, I know people that were treated bad in life, and their parents may have not been the greatest. That don't mean they still didn't love you. That means they either didn't care about what they were doing or didn't know how to. The love a parent gives you is more important than how big your wallet is. Because without that love, your wallet size may be big or it may be little, but they still loved you. So love isn't how much money you have or don't have. Yeah, I know, even on YouTube, there's people that all they do is brag about how much money they have or they don't have. Very few will get up and say, I love my parents. And yes, I love my parents. I love my wife, which she has Alzheimer's. And I wish my mom was here to help. Because we always love. I might be a little emotional, but I see so many people on this earth that do not know how to love parents. They think everything in this world was the parents' fault instead of their own. And when we do wrong, we hurt our parents. And we've all done that. But remember, God gave you your parents for a reason. You don't have to like your neighbors. You don't have to do a lot of things. One thing you should always do is love, honor, and cherish your parents forever. Because they will one day not be here. I will be the first to admit, thank God I had the parents I do. Thank God you have the parents you do. Thank you for listening.